Hello ladies and gents, Librarian here. Modern Warfare 2 has finished last weekend and has been confirmed by Infinity Ward as the most played beta of all time. So many people played the beta and now the community is split in two. In one hand you have the ones that enjoyed playing the game as it is, and on the other side the ones that believe that Call of Duty is losing its identity with all the changes that it's made to its core mechanics. To begin with, let me get this out of the way. I'm not into multiplayer and I'm not even good at multiplayer to begin with. I play it because it is meant to be fun to jump and drop dozens of kills. However, for 3 titles now, that multiplayer has become the place you go to level up your guns to use in Warzone, and in my opinion, this is what is ruining the whole experience. Rarely do I get into a game where someone is trying to stay on the hard point or attack the flag. We all enter the lobby just to level up the weapons. Activision at some point they tried to engage with Warzone players to show them the COD League, but if everyone has the same interests as myself, I'm safe to assume that not a lot of engagement came out of it. Warzone is the lord and savior of this franchise. It's obvious from a business perspective that they will double down on what brings the money in. Yeah, so no one cares how you feel about the red dots on the minimap, no one cares about how you feel about the new perk system or the dead silence changes, because your opinions belong to a very small minority that wants to keep the whole COD vision, which there is nothing wrong with it. Honestly, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. However, in my opinion, these changes were made in order to balance the new Warzone 2.0 and DMZ that is coming out. So hear me out here. The vast majority of Warzone player base is in between 1 to 1.5 KD, and a big chunk of these players spends 10 minutes prone ADS in the ladder with 2 players in. It's true, we all know that, and to be fair, there is nothing wrong with it. It is entirely up to you how you want to play in a battle royale. In the old Verdansk days, dead silence was the counterplay to these situations. You could get in behind these people and cut them with their pants down. But dead silence was a powerful weapon in the hands of the right people. That's why they implemented all those changes later on to try to balance it out. They tried to remove as much as they could out of the game. And I believe that the new beeping noises when activating the dead silence is to balance this field upgrade, so that people are aware that a suspecting individual is on the way to world stardom, which helps to counter it, honestly. Like, if you are aware that just by hearing the sound that someone is preying on you, you're going to play differently than not knowing anything. Because back in the days, cold-blooded and dead silence was really painful to play against, as you have no options to counter this play. I also believe that the slide cancel was removed from the game to allow space for more counterplay against controller players. And before I hear you saying, "Oh, I never get kills like that," or "It never was like that for me," let me show you Kane. Currently in League of Legends, Red Kane is so powerful that even after the nerfs, if your jungler picks him up, it will be a free win if the games go for long enough. And you guys ask, but you said it's a free win, why is it that his win rate is 49% overall? And why are you comparing 2 different games? The answer is simple, and the Kane example can be applied to the controller. It's not about the most powerful tool, but how you use the most powerful tool. Good players know how to use Kane to his advantages, like Jankos here. The jungler for the best European team has a 58% win rate with it. Infinity Ward has admitted in the past that aim assist is too powerful, especially at close quarters, as the crosshair sticks to the enemy without a lot of effort. When you add the short TTK in the game to someone slide cancelling on you, there is no room for you to fight back. You will be dead before realizing what's going on. We are safe to assume that besides bullets, if this is well executed, the aggressor will have lost almost no resources to eliminate you. By removing the ability to cancel the slide and aim straight away, the aggressor will have to actually think about the best way to get the kill. Does he use dead silence, which now is nerfed, because it will announce that you're using it with the ring, Will he use a flash? Will he stun you? Don't get me wrong, you still might die, however you won't be dying as easily as before, as now the attacker might not kill you as risk-free as before. Footsteps were also built in a way that will allow a player to hear what's going on. How many times, now honestly, how many times have you died because you didn't have an audio cue that you were being rushed? Like so many times, it happens so often, and you might be saying, well boys, ain't that something? Doesn't that mean that now camping is meta? And the short answer to this is, I honestly don't know. Honestly, and you guys ask, why is that? Let's think about it. What do you associate with campers the most? It's the good wild heartbeat sensor. The heartbeat sensor now has a battery that once depleted, it will not allow you to use it anymore. Not only that, but the range has also been severely nerfed. It feels like the intensity of the pulse is not as fast as previously as well. If you look at this example, my team has a UAV on and I can't ping the enemies in the next building. I feel that the range now is around 15 meters, which makes me believe that the heartbeat will be rightfully useless within the next Warzone. It was such a powerful weapon to use before, and now it has its own risks to use, which makes total sense as it helps balancing the game. Also, let me tell you about my first ever win in Warzone. I had spent a few hours watching Iron. This was back in the days where he was super focused in figuring out the best way to achieve a win with the most optimized route. My big brain didn't fully understand the genius of what he was doing. I had no idea about rotations, no idea about gatekeeping, so you know that you will never be shot in the back. All I knew was, you do the recons, and you know where the last circle will be. So me and my mates, we go to the hills behind prison, and I still remember M4 RPG's ghost classes, and we wait prone in the bushes until there was only one team left. Once the circle starts to close, 4 people jumping in with RPGs on the last team. They never had a chance to understand what's going on. We won, but in a 30-minute long game, we only had one gun engagement. This means that in the long run, our experience in gunfights will be none. And that is the risk of with these playstyles. Using my experience, people are too scared to be out there and risking dying. You die too fast to TTKs. You're not able to fight back, and people get scared, and you see players rather play it safe and hold in corners, which then translates to multiplayer. Activision can check all of this data. They know how many players have the new title, and they know how many players have like 1 KD or 1.5 KD, and they cater to them. Modern Warfare 2019 was heads down horrendous to play, and I am afraid that the experience will be even worse in Modern Warfare 2, especially now that we know that the crouching and wanted kills will be part of the Camus challenges, which in my opinion slows even further down the game, and like it makes no sense. Like, why can't we have Camus challenges like we have on Cold War? Like, those were, don't get me wrong, like long shots are still annoying to do, but those were fun. The vast majority of them were fun. But yeah, brace yourself boys, 15 kills bangers are coming. And to finish it all up, I didn't want to make this a long video, and just wanted to share my opinion on why I believe that some changes happened. Overall, I am super excited for Warzone 2. I will be playing multiplayer to level up the weapons, and potentially I will be going for the maskers again. I haven't decided on that yet. Last time it brought me to tears, and I'm not sure if I want to go through that again. But yeah, if I decided to do that, I'll start to post videos about it. So until then, bye for now.